mother to two beautiful kids, and I also have my life to live, and I'm active in their life. They live with me. They live with me. I take care of my kids.
When Sultana said that she had two kids and she was married off young, I felt so sad for her because, to be honest, what do you even know to be married off? Me will be real adult safe. I know how marriage they do me. What are you marrying off a 15-year-old for? The fact that this is happening in 2025, like I'm talking maybe like 10 years ago or even 15 years ago, is so crazy because really, you guys.
Why?
Why what?
Don't you want to be involved?
Because it is. I'm cool with it.
I don't give a fuck. Who were you cool with first? Me not with it.
I'm being too like call me two faced. It's giving two faced now.
I think today Kola decided to be a good friend to Mide, and I must commend him for that because when Isabella brought forth her challenge to him, he felt like he was going to be betraying Mide if he carried out that task for Isabella. But we're going to talk more about it.
So I'm going to leave me this rubbish
First of all, right, in the conversation with Jason, Sultana had revealed that she was, married off when she was young and she has two kids. To be honest with you guys, I'm not going to come out here and lie like I'm just hearing it for the first time. I heard it on social media one time and, I believed the story when I heard it, but I never mentioned it. And I just started waiting for her to, maybe say it, confirm it somehow in the house. But then she said something that made me think that was not true. And this was when she was having a conversation with Faith one day in the lounge. And she had told Faith how she would like to be a mother, that's something that she looks forward to doing. And I just crossed my mind and said, okay, whatever the person had said outside was false. Because if somebody is already a mother, she will not be saying, oh, I look forward to being a mother one day. And I just wondered why, she would say that in that type of way, knowing that she's already a mother. But in the whole situation, finding out how the things are, it is understandable for her not to want to, talk about the fact that she's a mother and also not want to bring the situation up because of especially how the whole situation started, how she was young, how she was married, how she was divorced. There's no how that conversation of her being a mother will come up and she wouldn't want to explain all this whole thing. So I understand why she will say that. So yes, I'm just saying this to say that yeah, I'm not so surprised that she's saying it because I'd seen it outside. The confirmation actually is quite saddening because she was married off really young. I thought she was just married like before and then divorced, not like a child marriage. But she said it was her stubbornness that brought her out of the marriage. To be fair, why would she not be stubborn? A teenager. What does she know? Everybody knows how teenagers can be very stubborn. They are still maturing. They are still growing. Their pubic hairs, different things. So she definitely will be stubborn. Somebody that cannot make decision for herself. How do you expect her to now come and be handling house things and no, 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 that's so sad. Anyway, so she talked about her kids and how much she cares for them, how they live with her and everything. She loves them so much. And yeah, sometimes when people say things, do things, and how they live their lives, you'll be wondering why. But sometimes it's because of the experiences that they've had. Sometimes these experiences, it affects them negatively. Other times it affects them positively. Other times it just affects their mindsets, how they view life, how they see things. And to be fair, you cannot take somebody's experience out of them. You cannot take somebody's lesson from whatever it is they've learned concerning their experience. So now I think I'm going to be kinder to Sultana and just give her grace even if she does some things. So yeah, maybe that's what I'm going to do moving forward because of her experience, so that I know where she's coming from. Away from this whole conversation, now let's talk about Isabella and Kola. Isabella had gone to meet Kola to talk about the fact that she has a crush on Bright and she will want Kola to go and speak to Bright on her behalf. And Kola was like, no problem. I'm going to see how it goes. But you know that he's with Mide now, and Mide is my friend. The same way that if you and Kaikumi now, somebody is coming to meet me that, oh, go and talk to Kaikumi for me. You're my friend now. I'll now tell the person that, oh, Isabella is my friend. That's what it is. And Isabella is like, who cares? Like, he has a boyfriend, he has a girlfriend outside the house. She's not even the main girl, so who even cares? And all you say, no problem. But Shasha in this house, he just feels like it's going to be somehow. That's why. But what he's going to do is going to mention it to him, but making it work or whatever, he's not going to do beyond that. And I think I respect Kola for that, because for the first time in this house, he's deciding not to be sneaky, or deciding, to stand his ground and say things as they are. And I commend him for that. Anyways, he didn't stop there. Apparently, Sultana had hinted Bright that, oh, there are some people that like you in the house, and I'm going to tell you later. So Bright Morgan was following Sultana up to get that answer, like, who? Tell me who? Tell me who? And finally, she told him that it was Isabella. And he was like, okay, who is the other person? She said she's going to tell him the other person tomorrow. I don't think there's any other person. I don't know, but I feel like Sultana is just adding sugar on top of the whole situation. Isabella likes him, yes, that's granted. But who else likes Bryce Morgan? Unless Sultana is speaking for herself. I don't think there's anybody else that likes Bryce in that way that has come to tell Sultana, and then Sultana wants to tell Bright. So Bright kept asking her, who is the other person? Who is the other person? She refused to tell him. But yes, he's now aware that Isabella, in fact, likes him so much, and she has had this crush on him for weeks now. And Isabella went ahead to explain how she had liked him even since that Kaikumi was here, but she just likes Kaikumi more. And when Kaikumi left, it just kept getting better. The likeness or whatever kept growing, and that's what it is. And when they told Bright this thing now, Bright went back. It was with Mide when he left Mide to go and meet Sultana to have this conversation. Bright went back there. He's not telling Mide anything. He's not mentioning it. And I'm like, it's like Bright wants to pursue this thing. He's here for the game. I love it. I love it. To be honest, it doesn't make any sense that Isabella is trying to scatter somebody's peaceful ship. But is it a game for her? If it's her game, then no problem. It's Isabella. This is what we expect her to do. But as a human being, and just watching the things play out, it doesn't make sense that you see something peaceful, something good. Imagine how Bryce Morgan had answered that his mind is in the house for Mide, that anything that is happening outside should happen outside. It just goes to show how much he cares for Mide. And then you, being the human being that you are, you just want to come in and scatter it. It is not fair. That's what I'm going to say. In reality, it's not fair. But for the game, if that's your game, okay, let's play it. Bring it on. I'm here for the drama. That's what we signed up for. Abi, it's a game. My own is that it should just be a game. Let's not come and now turn it into a you guys. Anyways, tell me in the comments what you think about this. Then let's for a second speak about Mensah and Thelma. When Mensah was getting close to the point where he was going to win HOH, I started imagining who he was going to pick as his house guest, and I thought about Thelma Lawson. It looks like Thelma Lawson and Mensah, they go head to head all the time. They quarrel. In fact, immediately after the live eviction show, Mensah and Thelma, they had gone at each other. And in fact, I won't even say Mensah went for her, because she came for Mensah, saying that Mensah talks too much. He doesn't know when to keep quiet. She kept trying to pacify him to stop the whole quarrel back and forth with Ivata. But when Mensah didn't listen to her, she started calling Mensah stupid. And Mensah's response was, thank you. He just didn't fight with her. And they've had this type of scenario happen between both of them for a while now. And they just still find a way to, get back together, start talking again, become friends. So I thought for a second that he was going to pick Thelma Lawson. And when the whole situation happened, and much, much later, we saw Mensah sitting by himself, speaking to himself, talking about how he regrets ever speaking with Ivata, and the fact that she has destroyed his character. Shasha, he didn't just like the fact that he came in contact with her, because he knows why he's here, and on a normal day this is not something that he would do. This is somebody that misled him in some type of way. He was just talking to himself, and then Thelma came in the picture and started talking to him, giving him advice of how he had expressed himself so well. And when he started going back and forth with her was when he now started looking like, oh, he's lying, or both of them are lying, and looking like he was bitter. And it's like, he's not the one that is bitter. That's all. What am I saying, Sultana? Ivata was the one that was bitter. Shasha, she talked to him, and he said he had heard. I hope that he hears. So yeah, that's what's going on. I thought to bring this to you guys. For Coin and Dede, both of them, I believe that they just understand now that I think it's just both of us that have each other for now until any other revelation that happens in the week, because both Mide and Kola, they've not really come to have any conversation with either Coin or Dede. And especially for Dede and Mide, I feel like Mide should actually have a conversation with Dede to just reassure her. Same way that when they spoke about the fish thing, Mide knew how the thing looks for the guys, and it was okay for Dede to go and start explaining to the rest of the guys that, oh, that's not how it was, even though she had cleared the air right at the live eviction show. So I expected Mide to know better, to go and meet Dede to say, oh, this is what they have said, oh, but that's not how I meant it. It's just normal conversation. But her boyfriend, Bright, had also told her, if you go and have any stupid conversation with that girl, I'm going to be very upset with you. Don't go and have any stupid conversation. You better leave it. Same for Kola. Kola is like, first of all, him and Coin, they are not that close or anything. He's not going to have any conversation. And I support Kola, no problem. There's no need. Because if you go meet Coin self, if you go meet Coin self, Coin go they look you like this, like, okay, you go waka comot. So you're going to even feel more stupid. So just maintain the energy, leave it like that. And yeah, that's what it is. It is what it is. You guys tell me what your thoughts are in the comments. And until next time, bye bye. I'm going to see you on the next one.